When I first finished this workshop, I put some blinds up on the windows, but I haven't really got on with them, so I've taken them down again. So today I want to try a woodworking solution to the problem of the windows. I toyed with the idea of shutters, but I think what I'm going to do is try and make some wooden blinds. I've got some scraps of 3x2 left over from when I actually built this workshop, so I think they're going to be perfect to make it out of. These are obviously a bit chunky, so the first job is to rip some bits down to make a frame. With those bits cut, I can now measure the opening, and then I'm going to set up the miter saw and get 2 bits cut on that length. With those 2 bits cut, I can get those put into the window and then measure the size the other 2 bits need to be to make the frame. I now need some slats for these blinds, so do I want them vertical or horizontal? I think I'm going to have them vertical. So really, I just want to cut another piece exactly the same, or another few pieces exactly the same as I did before. I might shave a couple of mil off just so they can move. So yeah, cut some more bits down to length and then ripping them down on the table saw. So I've given all the parts a sand down. Now I need a way of attaching these slats into the frame so that they can twist to let in light or close up. And how I'm going to do that is using some 6mm dowels. So to drill the holes for the dowels, I'm going to use my self-centering doweling jig. So I'm going to get these put in the vise, clamped up, and start drilling lots of holes. With all the holes drilled in the slats, I now need corresponding holes to go in the frame. So I'm going to divide up the frame by how many slats I've got and get it marked out, mark a centre line, and then drill the holes. For these holes, instead of using the dowel jig, I'm using just a drill guide, just to keep everything straight. I think just to clean up the edges of these holes, I'm going to get the countersink and just use that on them. I want the dowel to be tight in the hole on the slat and then be able to move in the frame. So what I've done is chucked up a dowel in the drill, and now I'm just going to whiz it around in each of the holes on the frame just to burnish them a little. I think I now have all the parts I need to make this, but before I get it all put together, I think I'm going to get it painted, as it seems easier to do it while it's all like this. The paint's dry on all this, and now for the dowels. I was thinking I could just leave them floating in there, but what I think I'll do is put a dab of glue and glue one end into all the slats. The glue dried, I'm now going to get them in and have a little test fit, see if this is all going to work. Right, with it all together, I can now see I've kind of got two things that don't work on this. With the slats closed and the ends in place, there's a gap, and the closing mechanism I'm going to make will hit the ends as well. So I need to make new ends that are going to be fatter and shorter, so I just get a couple of bits ripped down on the table saw. So I gave these all a paint, the same colour as everything else. Now I can start getting the frame screwed together. With the base of the frame on, now I can get the slats put back in. And they fit much better. Got as far as putting 4 slats in, I decided to take them out again, and I'm going to put some of my KB wax on, just the end of the dowels, and then put them back in, just to make everything, straight away, move so much better. The top piece now needs to go on and lock it all together, but I thought about one more problem I'm going to face, and I actually thought about this as soon as I decided to make these vertical rather than horizontal. I thought they'd look nice vertical because that's the way the cladding goes, but of course gravity is now working against me, and these are going to drop down and rub against the bottom. So I bought myself some little brass washers, and I'm going to get those fitted before the top piece goes on. They're not brass, they're copper, because brass is a lot cheaper. I mean, steel would be cheaper even still, but wouldn't look as nice. Okay, altogether I want the washers to be at the bottom, so gravity will pull these down and the rest on the washers. Let's see. Yes, it fits and these turn. So I could leave it like that and you adjust it all manually, which doesn't take that long to do, but I'd like it to be quicker. So what I'm going to do is have a wooden bar that goes down the middle, and I think I'm going to cut it out of some oak so it's going to be contrasting from the black. So that's the next job, is to get that cut. Now, how I plan for this to work is to get this bar attached using some brass eyelets. Yes, they are brass this time. So I've got my rail square as a guide. Now I can just mark out some holes on this and get the eyes screwed in. With all the eyelets on the shutters, now I need to mark out the position of them onto my oak and then get corresponding ones screwed into that. All the eyes on the dowel. Now I'm just going to take a pair of needle nose pliers and just open these eyes up a little bit. Now I can get these two lots hooked together and then closed up with a pair of pliers. Amazingly, this all seems to work. I've had to solve quite a few problems on this build. I've definitely got at least one more to do, and that's how to attach it to the wall. And that brings us on to today's sponsor of the video, Brilliant. So let me tell you about them while I get another 2 identical shutters made. I'm definitely a visual learner, and that's why I enjoy watching YouTube videos so much. I also learn by doing things, and that's why I enjoy learning with Brilliant.org. They're interactive and fun courses in maths and science fit with my learning style. Now, I'm not very academic, but they have intuitive courses at all levels from basic to advanced, so I was able to start with something I could understand. They've got courses in maths, science and computing, and I've been learning some new engineering skills, and as you might have seen from this video, that is definitely an area I need to improve on. So I'm working on a puzzle to see which way gears turn. So my kind of method is I actually follow it around with the mouse. I think I know what it is. I can submit the answer, but then it shows me visually how it all works, and then I can actually have a go myself. So now I think I'll know in the future if one gear turns one way, the other is going to turn the other. And that kind of visual learning style which really works for me. So these interactive courses help me learn, improve my skills, and their bite-sized courses just fit into little gaps that I've got in my time. If you'd like to try everything Brilliant has to offer for free for a full 30 days, visit brilliant.org/Badger Workshop or click on the link in the description. The first 200 of you will get 20% off Brilliant's annual premium subscription. Right, let's finish these blinds off. All 3 shutters are made. Now to get these attached to the wall. I want these to be on there securely, but I also like the idea of being able to remove them. So I bought some toggle clamps. So I think I can get one bit screwed to the frames and one bit screwed to the walls, and then they should be easy to take on and off. So the last job I'm going to do is just get some oil on this oak, because that's bare wood, and then it should be all done. These clips I think are going to work great. Going to hold it all nicely and secure there, but also just undo 4 and I can lift the whole thing out if I want. I imagine to clean the windows and do some other things. These bars work great for being able to adjust them, but what I didn't realise is, of course, because they're all linked together now, you can just grab any one of the slats and do it as well. So hopefully these are going to do a few things. They're going to help control the light in here. They're going to give me some privacy if I wanted to sit out here in the evenings and close it up. And it's some security. Okay, bits of wood aren't that secure, but from the outside it makes it look so much secure. It looks like there's bars on the windows, or maybe if I'm going away I would just close them up so people can't see in. I will put links to these clips down below. So I think that is this project completed. So thank you to Brilliant for sponsoring the video. Check out their link down below. Thanks for watching, thanks to my patrons, and please subscribe for more videos.